Hello from Disney Springs. I am here to go to World of Disney to get some Lorcana. I feel like this is one of those fountains that will at some points not be here. And I don't really get to see this during the daytime that much because this is just sort of an awkward area, a corner that does not really get utilized as much of an entrance anymore. So I'm heading inside. The volcano's erupting. Right now I'm heading inside World of Disney. Right here I already checked and there are still Lorcana packs inside. So that's what I'm going to be getting. This is sort of interesting. They just have all of these packs just right here in line. You can get 10 packs, and that is exactly what I'm going to do, and then maybe get a starter deck. So what I ended up doing is I ended up buying 10 individual Piglet Into the Inkland Lorcana packs because I'm depending on Piglet to give me luck today in the challenge that I want to do with these Lorcana packs. So I'm trying to find somewhat of a secluded place to open these packs, and I think I'm going to do it over here by the T-Rex Cafe. So essentially what I want to do is open these packs and have these cards, the cards of Lorcana, determine my afternoon, my evening at Walt Disney World today. So I've opened up the packs that I got and organized them by rarity. So these are the commons, these are the uncommons, these are the rares, and these are the holographics, and then these are the super rares and the legendaries. So I got 1 super rare and then 3 legendaries, which is actually very surprising just based on 10 packs. So I have a Piglet here from Winnie the Pooh, Jim Hawkins from Treasure Planets, Jafar from Aladdin, and then Hydra from Hercules. And how I originally was considering doing this, but I wasn't totally committed yet because I had not opened up the packs yet. I was thinking about everything that I got that was super rare and above, that would determine my day. But a lot of these are not represented at the parks, so what I think I might do is just shuffle all of these and then draw cards to determine how I'm going to spend the rest of my afternoon. So the additional challenge is going to be to ensure that this is as absolutely random as possible and that I don't have any hidden agenda accusations today, but this is random. These are all the rarity of cards combined into one singular deck. There will be cards that I will not be able to do because they have no representation at Walt Disney World, but I'm going to draw until I can do 5 activities today. Hopefully it's about 5 o'clock p.m. So let's see. Zazu can definitely work with that. Lion King representation. Robin's Bow. Don't think that I can do anything Robin Hood related. Kakamora. That's a reference to Moana. I can definitely do that. The Sorcerer's Tower. That works too. That is a Sorcerer's Apprentice, I think, reference. Rafiki. Okay, that's another Lion King reference, so that might just sort of be like a double. Here's Stitch. Definitely can do something with Stitch. And I've Got a Dream. Tangled reference. Okay, not that bad. All right, so I'm heading up into the Lime Garage and back to the car so I can go to my first theme park of my challenge. So I'm back in the car, and where I decided to go first is Epcot. I had to change my initial park reservation. All right, I am on the tram, heading towards the front of Epcot to do one activity today. All right, so I made it through security, and I'm heading towards the front of the park to do what I'm doing today at Epcot. So these are the 5 cards that I have to do today. This is also a new mechanic for the game. These are location cards, but I'll get to that one a little bit later. Today at Epcot, what I'm doing right now involves this one because it's Moana themed, so I'm heading over to Journey of Water. I do have to amend park reservation plans that I originally booked in anticipation of how this challenge was going to go today because I did have Animal Kingdom reservations and then I had to cancel them and then modify them, not cancel them, but just modify them to Epcot. Look at this extended queue that they've set up for Spaceship Earth, but now that I've scanned into Epcot, I can go to any other park now, thankfully. It feels weird to be able to use this path over here, my Spaceship Earth. Okay, now I'm heading into the Journey of Water inspired by Moana. It's been a little bit overcast today, so I'm hoping it doesn't rain. This is a very busy and popular area today for sure. I'm going to try to find the actual Kakamora reference here too because I think that it's over here somewhere. Okay, I'm going to do this because it's one of my favorite things to do here. A little bit higher. There we go. Cool. It is really busy today. I did wait sort of a minute, have this alone to myself. Oh jeez. Yay. I did it. I walked through the water. All right, I'm trying to find the Kakamora now, which I think is just over here. There's Te Fiti. Yay. There's the tidal wave over there. And there's no over here at the moment. Yay! So this is over by the splash zone over there, but there are the Kakamora, the kids playing over there, so we didn't want to film it, but that was my first activity. All right, and I'm heading back to the car now after just a very quick half-an-hour trip to Epcot, even though I was just here yesterday. Kept on getting splashed in Journey of Water. So my plan is to go to Magic Kingdom to do what I want to do next, and then I think conclude my nights at Hollywood Studios today. It's still been such a long time since we've been to Animal Kingdom, but I want to go when we actually have a reason to go and not force it. I got parked so far away. It would have been nice to take the monorail, but I because I want to conclude my night, I guess, at Hollywood Studios. This just maybe makes the most sense, at least right now, just to drive over there. So I'm trying to think about how I want to do the remainder of my challenge, because there were definitely probably better alternatives to what I'm going to end up doing, just based on the time of day that it is, because I got here at around 5 o'clock to Disney Springs, and it's about 6 o'clock right now. Today was just too busy, man, at Epcot. Just those festival crowds, they're nothing to complain about. Or they're a lot to complain about. They're nothing to whatever I'm trying to say. I don't know. All right, so I'm heading to Magic Kingdom now to do probably a couple things over here, unless I can try to determine how I'm going to do maybe one of the cards that I need to do. I'm still trying to figure it out. And here I am at Magic Kingdom as the sun is starting to set. I'll probably make it onto the monorail to the park once the sun has set, I'd imagine. Why is it so blurry? Thankfully, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be parking in the very back of the parking lot, at least in Magic Kingdom, hopefully. Not yet. Stop being blurry. Stop focusing on this alien man. I'm getting parked all the way down here. This is great. I just got parked right next to this pylon over here, next to this retention water, in front of this construction that will just never be done in the middle of the Magic Kingdom parking lot. So what I'm anticipating getting done, hopefully today, are these 3 cards. I've got a Dream, Zazu, and Stitch. So I'm trying to think about how I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 of those, but I can make it work here, definitely. This is pretty cool. I can see the Main Street station right across the water, illuminated right now, and it's probably going to be dark by the time that I make it over there, maybe. So the monorail's pulling up right now, but I think I'm actually going to take the ferry boat this time for the first time in a long time. Probably not the fastest idea to take the ferry boat, but it is almost here. There's the ferry boat right there that just pulled into the dock, and it's specifically because I do not take the ferry boat that often that I'm really excited to do it tonight, and because I don't really have any bookended plans, or I don't need to go to work tonight, finally. So this is great. This is a nice, more leisurely reason and excuse to take the ferry boat. So something else that I'm probably going to be doing tonight at Magic Kingdom is getting some dinner somewhere, I think. Passing by another ferry boat right there, and then there's the castle in the background, the Main Street station. I wish I brought my lens where I could zoom in, but alas, I'll have to deal with this lens because it's pretty good with the low light and very good with the wide angle. We are pulling into the dock right now. This was a phenomenal way to get to Magic Kingdom. Just the subtle breeze holds to somewhat not terrible outside, and the Florida weather and the heat. This was great. And this is nice to do, I think, just every once in a while. It just makes it that much more special to do it, I think. It definitely took a lot longer taking the ferry boat as opposed to the monorail, but I think that it was definitely worth it. But it's about 7 o'clock now. The fireworks are in an hour. Okay, I'm heading inside right now. I think I'm going to go do my first attraction once I make it inside. So this is where I might have to fudge this a little bit because I have to do something involving Tangled, The Lion King, and then Stitch. Stitch is going to be the hard one, definitely. So there's just nothing that really involves Stitch, at least right now, so I might just go ride the People Mover because that at least sort of goes through the area that used to be Stitch's Great Escape. He does roam around Tomorrowland, but not right now, not when it's dark. Right now my tentative plan would be to go back to Fantasyland, probably to do Mickey's PhilharMagic for The Lion King, and then watch Happily Ever After for Tangled, and then the People Mover because that at least used to be what was Stitch's Great Escape, and he used to do like a little narration. I do not expect getting a good spot whatsoever for Happily Ever After, but at least if I can just hear it and see it, just the see the light part. I'm trying to think about it. There's like some sort of a dessert that I can get that might count towards Stitch, maybe, or like an entree. I could try to convince myself that this counts. Here, this statue of Stitch, and then I just need to take a picture with the purple wall. Look at me, I'm taking a selfie with the purple wall back here. I'm not going to count this. I am going to take the People Mover around Tomorrowland, I think, because I haven't done that in a minute, but this can kind of count. Usually there's some sort of dessert that corresponds to characters. So this used to be Stitch's Great Escape over here, and there was a part of the narration for People Mover that happened like right here. Alright, I'm walking over to get in line for the People Mover. This is the stage over here where you used to sort of be able to see Stitch. Okay, I'm on the People Mover that moved very quickly, and it's probably because the fireworks are about to start super soon. This is where the audio used to be Stitch related, and that's even still the logo. I'm trying to think about what else is Stitch related in Tomorrowland, and I really just can't think of anything in specific. I think what I might do is head through Tron over to the circus, maybe to see if I can find some treats over there that at least look like a Stitch cookie or something like that. So the fireworks start in about half an hour, so I'm probably going to go do that and then maybe head back into like Fantasyland potentially. Okay, I'm heading back towards the station right now. Are there like posters down there that I could go look at? Maybe that have to do with Stitch? Okay, I'm getting off the People Mover now, and I have time. Maybe I'll go back to Fantasyland. There's still logos up here for Stitch. I did want to go around the corner over here just to see if I could see those posters. This was the extended queue for Stitch's Great Escape back in the day. No? Okay, just generic posters. I don't know why I'm convincing myself that I could find some sort of like a Stitch cookie or a cupcake, but I don't know, I'm just determined to do something that's legitimately Stitch. Even though that sort of counts. That's where I just was up there, and I'm heading underneath Tron, and then over to the circus. And then I think I'll head around to the front of the castle. Maybe. I still have a little bit less than 30 minutes before the fireworks start, so that should be enough time. Whoa! I lost my train of thought. Just to find a spot before the fireworks start. So I'm going to Big Top Souvenirs just to see randomly if there's some sort of a Stitch dessert, and if not, then I'll just head back over to the castle to watch the fireworks for the Tangled section. It may not even be open, and I still need to get some sort of a dinner because I did bring a drink with me, so we will see what I have time for, I guess. Well, never mind. So I'm not going inside Big Top Souvenirs. Maybe the confectionery if I have time on the way out of the park. But now I need to definitely go watch the fireworks on the castle. Maybe behind the castle. I still need to do what I was planning to do for the Lion King, which was, of course, PhilharMagic. So even though I have definitely done PhilharMagic before, during a challenge, specifically because I wanted to make it count towards, I think, the Lion King, I think I have to do it again, because Animal Kingdom, I would not have been able to do Festival of the Lion King, and then this one for Rapunzel. It would have made sense to do this for Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair, but that concluded as well by the time that I made it here. So I'm going to watch the fireworks because there is a Tangled section in the fireworks. So they just closed off this area for firework viewing, so I just barely made it in time. And look what I could totally get over at Cosmic Rays. Yay, Tangled! Finally, I've been waiting so long for this. I'm on the bridge now, by the way, in between the hub and Cosmic Rays. Tinkerbell! So I just finished watching the fireworks, and then I came inside Cosmic Rays because they had the Stitch cake, and I ordered it, and it said that it was ready, but then I got inside, and they apparently don't have them. Okay, so I'm going to take that as a bit of a loss and just try to get out of this park and over to Hollywood Studios now. This is Anti-Gravity's over here, which used to be the exit for Stitch's Great Escape. There used to be a massive Stitch right here in the ceiling, and there are no posters over here either, or ice cream themed to Stitch. This is the crowd that's flooding into the lands from the fireworks as I'm trying to head out. I swear that there's probably going to be a cookie or something somewhere that I'm going to miss. So this is where I'm turning down the bypass, it looks like. All right, I popped up by Tony's Town Square restaurants, I'm going to go inside the confectionery just really quickly. So I don't see any Stitch-specific like desserts over here, like an apple or a cupcake or a cookie or Rice Krispie treat. But what I do see are these, and I think I'm just going to get these. They have Stitch on them, so I'm counting it. I gotta get something with Stitch. So I have my Stitch candy. I officially watched Happily Ever After. Now I'm heading over to Hollywood Studios because I have the Sorcerer's Tower card, and I want to watch Fantasmic. I am definitely voting fairy vote on my way out of the park. This is interesting. It looks like they're sort of splitting people in between the express monorail and the resort monorail, so I'm just heading over to the resort monorail to go back to the parking lot. Okay, so I made it on to not the next monorail, but the one after it. It actually is not that bad of a crowd for the monorail at the end of the night. It's not even the end of the night. The park closes at 11 o'clock, but the fireworks ending like half an hour ago. So I made it back to the TTC, and I've encountered a potential issue that I did not think about. So tonight Fantasmic is at 9:30. Happily Ever After was at 8 o'clock, but Hollywood Studios closes at 9 o'clock tonight, which I'm not going to make it in time for the park closing, but I will make it in time for if I wanted to see Fantasmic at 9:30. I've never really encountered one of these situations before where I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into a theme park because it closes at a particular time, even though there's a show later. I guess I'm about to find out because I'm driving to studios right now. We will see what happens if I'm allowed to enter into Hollywood Studios after the park technically closes. The ride's closed, definitely. So I've made it to Hollywood Studios, and Luminous is going on in the background right now. Oh, the blurriness. I'm definitely kind of nervous because I'm optimistically, realistically presuming that I'm not going to be able to get into the park. But I've never tried to do this before, so we'll see what happens. Right, that's the finale of Luminous way over there. Right, because that's Epcot, definitely, obviously. But I forget what the finale looks like. Or Luminous, but that's it. That's close to it, probably, I think. It is currently 9:15. The park closed at 9 o'clock. Fantasmic is at 9:30. Can I get inside the park still? So here I am inside Disney's Hollywood Studios. I was able to scan in right over here along this side, even though the park is closed. She said, I think unless the show is closed, they still remain open to let people in to see Fantasmic. So I'm like really surprised right now and like very excited to see Fantasmic. So I came inside the Five and Dime store, and what I think I'm going to do is to try to find a Lion King related pin to add to my pin collection. I don't know if I want it to be random. I was going to get this Sweet Dreams one because I see the Sleeping Simba there, but those are a lot of potential pins to get that's not a Simba. There we go, I found it. The Lion King Disney pin mystery box. So this was the 5 and 10 right over here, which goes all the way down there, and I didn't even see, which you can't even tell really, just the choices of what I could get, the potential options. And now I'm heading down Sunset Boulevard. I can hear the crowd, I think, for Fantasmic, and I'll have to open this up at some point, as well as my Stitch candy to enjoy the show with. Okay, maybe I was hearing the Hollywood Tower, I don't know, but the show starts in like 2 minutes. All right, I'm heading into the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater, and apparently there's a private event happening in the Theater of the Stars over here. The narration is starting right now, so Mickey's about to explode on the stage. Do you hear that? Oh no. Okay, as long as I see Sorcerer Mickey at the end of the show, that's what this is all about. Oh, there are the lights, way over there. Dream a fantastic dream. Hey, Mickey! is over and the amphitheater is emptying, and I'm going to open up my pin box here. And then I did have this during the show, and I sat right down front. So no offense to the Lion King, but I pretty much just got these to trade intentionally. But I did get this one with Zazu on it, which was on my Lorcana card. So I sat down front, and I was sitting next to particular audience members that seemed to have a personal enthusiasm and investment in this particular showing of Fantasmic tonight for the Disney characters. And this is sort of like, and if you know, sort of a situation when it comes to just being a respectful audience member, if that makes sense. This is sort of like reciting the Haunted Mansion spiel when people have never ridden it before. I don't know, just, this is not, I don't know, I'm glad that people can go to Fantasmic and enjoy it and have that excitement and enthusiasm, but it's more important to like think about everybody else around you, I think. They were just really loud and having a really good time and just cheering and yelling for the Disney characters, but I felt bad for people around them, sort of. Okay, so I'm heading into the park now. It is after 10 o'clock p.m. I was not anticipating being here this late. And it's funny that the park reservation that I had for today was originally for Animal Kingdom, which is the park that I did not go to today. I got my pins earlier because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to go into the 5 and 10 this late because it is really late at night now, but I got them nonetheless. I did what I came here to do today, which I'm still surprised. I was considering going over to Art of Innovation just to go to the Lion King section. So before I leave Hollywood Studios, I really quickly wanted to review what I did today. So I went to Disney Springs and I bought 10 Disney Lorcana packs, all Piglet packs, and I opened them up. And then I shuffled up the cards, and then I drew cards until I had 5 cards that I thought that I could accomplish something at the theme park. So I went to Epcot with this card, and I did the Journey of Water attraction. Then I went over to Magic Kingdom, and I went over to the Purple Wall, and then I heard the People Mover, and then eventually I decided to go and buy these because they have Stitch on the packaging for this card. Before that, I watched Happily Ever After, and I think that I just wanted that to count towards this card because it's Tangled themed. And then I made it over to Hollywood Studios after the park closed, and I bought these pins for the Lion King, and then I finally concluded my day watching Fantasmic for Sorcerer Mickey. So that was my day at Walt Disney World, determined by Disney Lorcana. Would I do this again? Yeah, I think so. This was a lot of fun. Setting this up felt a little bit awkward, but once I started to actually decide what I wanted to do, this felt like a somewhat more successful, more intentional Disney Happy Meal challenge video, I think, because I intentionally drew cards until I knew that I could actually do something with those cards. That still ended up being a little bit, like, not the most dependable, but maybe with like a little bit more intention or input, maybe by Brennan or somebody in the comments, maybe I could do this a little bit better next time. I don't know, but I still had fun. I got to see 2 shows. I got to see Happily Ever After and Fantasmic. I got to have some treats. I got to buy some merchandise, and I don't know, it was a fun night. I got to ride some rides, and I would absolutely do it again. Thank you for watching. I'm going to bed. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.